Well, we have done it. We've officially broken into tech, so it is time to celebrate. So, hey Siri, play Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill.
Now, Dre, you know I'm not going to do that. We want to make money on these videos.
Let's try this. What about Grinding All My Life?
Dude, what is your obsession with getting a copyright strike on this channel?
I mean, I had to try. Okay, forget all that. Siri, run my intro.
Okay, that I can do. Run the intro.
Don't play me, pay me. Cut the tech.
What up? What up? What up? Welcome back to Cut the Tech, my family. What's good, everybody? I'm your host. I'm your man. I'm your guide. I'm your boy, Dre. Right? My wife, my mother, my grandmother, they all call me Andre. But if you are not my wife, my mother, or my grandmother, do not, and I repeat, don't call me Andre. But welcome back to the channel, everybody. As you can see, man, if you've been keeping up with the journey, we have been here. Our whole goal has been to break into tech. And so if you go back to my very first video, there's a video on me getting started on this journey. What this whole channel is about, it's about us going from where we were to breaking into the tech field. And it has officially happened. Man, we have got the job. We've landed the job. We have broken into the tech field. So, man, I was super excited to come here and just share where we are right now. But before we get into all that, the formalities and all that good stuff, y'all know what to do, man. If you like the content, if you find value from the content, then like, comment, subscribe, hit the little notification bell, or don't. We don't care, man. Do what you want to do. It is your YouTube experience and you are grown at the end of the day. And so, listen, man, if you guys are new, welcome. We'll give you a little bit of an update, just going back, starting from the very beginning of where we were. Man, just how did we get to this point? Well, a couple months ago, as I put my first video up, I was in a position where I was, working 2 full-time jobs, trying to take care of the family while my wife was going through nursing school. I'm 40 years old. I'm set at a place where I'm like, man, I need to make a pivot in my career. And things just, it just wasn't going right. I've been praying, asking God, yo, man, what do we do? How do I get out of this situation? And there was a video that popped up on my YouTube feed. For those who've been in the tech field, y'all know this video. I think all of us have come here one way or another. But it was Cyrus and my man AO. In fact, it's the video right here. But that video, man, he was talking about tech and getting into the tech field, and like everything inside of me was like, this is it. This is the one we got to do. This is how we're going to make it happen. And so from there, the wheels started turning. How are we getting into the tech field? And so as I did my research about the tech industry and just start seeing, what were the benefits of whatever, a couple things. One, the pay was so much better. Like I'm looking at certain entry level jobs over there, and I'm seeing people entry level coming into the making $70K and above. There was some making a little bit lower, but on average you were seeing 60, 70K with on target earnings and all that stuff. And so that was much better than what I was making at my regular sales job. Other things that I really liked were like the perks I was hearing about. You're hearing about benefits like unlimited PTO, the culture of companies wanting their employees to be able to have a good work-life balance, working from home. So those were things I was looking for, man. I wanted to be able to grow somewhere. I wanted to stretch my knowledge, and I wanted to be able to provide for my family better with a base pay. I do other things outside of that, but man, I was looking for just those different perks. So while watching that video, there were a couple of options. One, as I was listening to Cyrus about what he was doing, he was doing what's called sales engineering. And that really got my attention because the skill set and the things he was talking about really kind of align with things that I do well, right? But the thing was, the course that he was talking about doing was almost $5,000. And now, if you go back and watch my first video, I was broke. I didn't have $5,000 to get started with, but he was also talking about other entry-level positions like tech sales. And so I had a background in sales already, and just was kind of at a place where I'm like, man, I'm kind of tired of doing sales, but these skills would kind of translate over. And so there was another boot camp called CourseCareers that was a fraction of the price. It was $500, right? And there's also a discount code where you can get it for $450. And so at first my mind frame was, I'm just going to wait till the summertime, wait till my wife gets settled in her job. We'll stack the bread up. I'll go do the other boot camp. But as I continued to research and watch other people, I saw a guy who was like, hey man, I did both. He said, man, I started off in tech sales. You know, I started off with CourseCareers. My mind frame was pay the $450 up front, finish the class, get inside there, get a job. When I get my money up, then go ahead and move over to the other course. And as he said that, I'm sitting there watching the video on my son. I looked at him, I said, hey, bro, I could do this tomorrow. So we took the plunge, man. We jumped into CourseCareers, and it's been up since then. So that was the reason why I chose CourseCareers. One, it was cheaper, right, and easier to get your foot in the door. And that's all I really wanted, was just get my foot inside the door as far as tech goes. Now, once I started taking the class for CourseCareers, it changed my point of view completely, right? I fell in love with the idea of SDR, BDR, tech sales, because the class was so easy to comprehend. And so at this point, I kind of go over what are the pros and cons that I dealt with as far as going through CourseCareers, right? The pros, self-paced, right? And so with me at the time, I'm working two 40-hour-a-week jobs. And so I'm seeing people, as I'm doing my research, I'm seeing guys who are finishing the class in 2 weeks. You know, they're just able to run through it and get it done. And then within a month, they've got a job. Now, that was my mind frame as I started. Yo, if son could do this in 2 weeks, I could do this in 2 weeks. But then again, I work 2 full-time jobs, and I'm not 20 years old no more, right? So it took me a little bit longer to get through the class. It took me actually 4 weeks to finish CourseCareers, all online, all doing it self-paced when I wanted to go. So everything became my classroom. You know, when I'm on my way to work, I'm in the car, I'm listening to the program. When I'm at work and I'm supposed to be doing my job, I'm listening to the program, right? I'm learning. I'm in full-blown student mode for this 4 weeks until I took the test, passed the test, and then got my certificate. The other thing that really got me about CourseCareers as I was looking at it was the fact that there was so many success stories, right? Once I joined the Discord, I saw so many people who had passed the class. I started finding YouTube videos of people who had passed the class. Like, that really gave me the belief behind everything. Like, first of all, I already believe if somebody else can do it, I can do it too, because I don't think God made anybody else better than me. I think, God made me equal with everybody as far as opportunity goes, right? He didn't mess up when he made me. He didn't make me lesser than anybody else. So if you can do it, and it just took your brain to be able to figure it out, I can do the exact same thing. But as I'm seeing the success stories of people, and then I'm starting to meet these people through the Discord. So now I'm starting to have personal conversations with these people. And that really helped along the way as far as my progression through the class and then getting a job afterwards. Now, if there are any cons to doing CourseCareers, I would say it's this. It's really built for somebody that's a self-starter and a go-get-it type of learner, right? If you're the type of person who is looking for a teacher, right, or you need some one-on-one time or some one-on-one coaching, well then CourseCareers offers some options outside of them, basically, where you could get some one-on-one coaching with some people who have graduated the course, who move forward to their careers. But the thing itself is not set up that way. It's pretty much just videos. You watch the videos, you figure it out, you go about yourself. But then you've got the Discord group where you can kind of talk to people and understand there. But if you want some more hands-on, stop, slow down, explain this to me type teaching, well then you will want to get one of the coaches and get a little bit more extra help. Another thing about CourseCareers that I wouldn't say it's a con, but you just know this before you go in, right? CourseCareers is going to help you be in position where people can see you. Like they partner with other companies who come and see the profiles of all of their students. So then these companies can, if they want to, if they like your profile, they can reach out to you for interviews and try to just, start to see if you're somebody that fits their program or their company or their team. But they don't necessarily just place you into a job, right? You've got to go do the work. And so that's where I was at with the whole thing. I wasn't going to sit around and wait for them to send me jobs. I was going to go find them. All right. But, that's just the way that some things are. Also, hold on. Wait. Yo, what up, family? Hey, I had to jump in real quick just to kind of get this quick plug. Listen, over here at Cut the Tech, we are all about breaking into the tech field. Now, our weapon of choice is CourseCareers, and they are the sponsors of today's video. So listen, over at CourseCareers, they're going to teach you a couple of different things. Whether you want to learn about IT, you want to do some digital marketing, or if you want to learn about tech sales. It is a self-paced and learn as you go type of program. So they're going to be able to help take you from no experience at all, to enough experience to where you stand out in front of other companies that are looking to hire whatever position that you want. Now, here's the best thing about CourseCareers. It's only $500. Now, because you're my people, I told them, hey, I want my people to be able to break in too. So they said, look, we're going to give you a $50 gift code. So if you use the discount code, cut the 50, that's your way of telling them, hey, Dre sent me, and they're going to cut $50 off for that. So if you think you have any interest in those things, look, there's a link below. Go down there, click on it, watch the quick little introductory video. And if you like it, then go ahead and get started and make sure to use that code. Save yourself some money. Now, back to the video. All right, y'all. We back. But as I said, man, I wasn't someone who was going to sit around and wait for jobs to come to me, right? I was in go-getter mode. I'm trying to get to the money. I'm trying to get to the bag. I'm trying to get into this field, right? And so I took it up on myself to go and try to find a job rather than waiting for them to come to me. Now, I did have a total of, I think, 4 interviews altogether. The first 2 were people that actually reached out to me. Now, I don't know if they found me through CourseCareers or if they just found me through LinkedIn, but somehow, some way, they found me, they reached out to me to get interviews. As for everybody else, all the other interviews that I had or other jobs I put in, I was going in, putting the applications myself and then doing the work to try to figure out, how I could get into these different places. So like I told y'all before, man, I put in over 60 applications. I was in go mode, right? But here's the thing. I didn't mind reaching out to 60 different companies because all I needed was one person to tell me yes, right? My mind frame was get in the door. I told y'all before, I'm like the woman outside of Target on Black Friday. I'm waiting. I'm at the door. As soon as that door opens up, I'm shooting straight to the back of the store because I want to get that 60-inch TV for $75. Right? That was my mind frame. Get in, get your foot in the door so then we can get to work. So as I was kind of honing in the companies I wanted to work for, I started to get better and better as I did it more and more. And so towards the end of the process, there was one company in particular that I reached out to. And I decided, to take it a step further than just, applying online or applying on the LinkedIn, just quick apply thing. And so I took a couple more steps. What I did was I went to their actual website and I applied on the website. And then after I did that, I came back and I did some research to find who are the people here that I need to work with. Who's the recruiter? Who are the hiring managers? Who are other SDRs that are already doing the job? And so once I found those different things, I started to connect with those people through LinkedIn or through email. And I just started to hit them all with this simple message. Hey, this is Andre. I just applied for the position online. I can't wait to work with you guys as a team. Who do I need to send my resume to make sure it gets to the right person? As I did that, I got a message back from a recruiter and she was like, hey, I want to set up a time to talk with you. So we set up the time. We talked. It was supposed to be a 15-minute interview, but it ended up going on for about 30 minutes. And she told me, she said, man, I really love the conversation that you had. It flowed so effortlessly. And you knew exactly what you were talking about. And she also told me, she said, hey, that little step that you took of sending me a message on LinkedIn, that really set you apart. Now, here's the thing, guys. I learned to do that through CourseCareers. All I did was do what this course taught me to do. I had the conversation with her. She was like, hey, we're going to be hiring here soon. I got to get you in front of the rest of the managers and everything for the second interview process. And so that was on a Monday. That following Wednesday, I had the interview with the managers. It ended up being like an hour and a half long conversation. But it went extremely well. And then Friday afternoon, the lady called me back and she said, hey, I got good news. Let's talk. So she hit me up. She called me. She said, hey, you told me that you thought that everything went well as far as the interview, and it did. We loved you. She said, we loved everything about your conversation that we had. She said, I even had the managers go to your YouTube channel and follow your story. And so we really fell in love with you, what you bring to the table, your energy, and we want to make you an offer. And so they sent over the offer letter. Me and my wife went over it. And then, we prayed about it and we decided this is what we wanted to do. And so that night, be as a family, me, my wife, and my boys, we all got together. We celebrated, we prayed, told God thank you, and we signed the offer letter together like like a high school recruit signing a commitment letter. And so things are great, man. The company is everything that I've been, I wanted to get into as far as what I was, talking about before. Great benefits. Pay is great as far as entry level goes, but there's a clear, definite path to growth there. And that was one of the things we talked about in the interview, where the places I wanted to go as far as career wise and what they had to offer, and then what other SDRs have been doing as far as that position and how they had progressed. And so my mind frame is that, I got my foot in the door, but this ain't where I want to stay. People are coming into these positions making $70K off the bat. But after 6 to 9 months to a year, progressing on to jobs that are $100K and plus, you know what I mean? And so now that we got our foot in the door, y'all know what we about to do. And so, yeah, like I said, the culture seems to be great. I'm actually flying up there to the headquarters in a couple of weeks for the first couple of days of training. So I get to meet the entire team. But then it's all work from home. Like I said, it's not even based in Kansas City, so I don't have an office to go to. I work from home completely. I can work anywhere. They give me a laptop, so I can work anywhere there's Wi-Fi across the world. So as long as I'm there doing the hours I'm supposed to be there, that work-life balance that we were talking about earlier, I found it, man. So God is good. So yeah, this part of the journey, it was the first part. We had to get our foot in the door, and now that we got our foot in the door, it's time to go run up the bag. You know what I mean? So for those of you that have been following along with the journey, we just getting started. This is not the end of the channel. We're going to continue on, and we're going to go with updates of what it looks like to be an SDR. What does the position entail? How did this week go? What is the money really like? Are we really getting to the money over here? They just talking, right? And so for those that have been following the journey, man, I thank y'all. Y'all have encouraged me. So many inboxes, so many messages from people saying how they're enjoying it. And look, man, if you want to come along for the ride, like I said, y'all know I got the CourseCareers link down below. I got the $50 off gift code, or discount code. Cut the 50. Come on, man, join the family. If you need help, I'm here. Please feel free to reach out to me. But as we always say, there's money to be made over here in the tech field. And we in there now. We about to go get it. So what we tell them? Don't play me, pay me. Cut the tech. You heard?
Don't play me, pay me. Cut the tech.